So we may all be familiar with slope-intercept form, but now let's discuss how to use what's called point-slope form. This is the form of an equation that we can use if we're given a point, say an x-coordinate and a y-coordinate, we'll call it x1, y1, and you're given the slope. So if you're given those two pieces of information, then you can easily write down the equation of the line using this form. So let's give an example. Okay, so suppose you're given 2 points, 1 comma -3 and -4 comma -2, and you're asked to find the equation of the line. So what do? First, we calculate the slope by subtracting the y-coordinates over subtract the x-coordinates. So what do we get here? -3 minus -2 over 1 minus, and I noticed a typo in my video. So if we start with -3 minus -2, then we have to start with 1. So, sorry, scratch that out. 1 minus, and the x-coordinate is -4. Alright, so what do we get here? Let me just cross that out. -3, this is minus a negative, so that's plus. -3 plus 2 is -1, over 1 minus a -4 is really 5. So we get -1/5. Okay, so now, ignore that. Using the point slope form, let's write down that equation. Y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. Alright, so what we're going to want to do is use this -1/5 for m, and then use either one of these points, say 1, -3, or -4, -2. I'll use this one. So remember that 1 is the x, -3 is the y. So I'll say y minus the y-coordinate equals m, which is -1/5, times x minus the x-coordinate, which was 1. Alright, so there's the equation of the line, and this is perfectly fine. However, you might want to simplify this. So let's get rid of these parentheses. Plus a positive, you get y, or plus, minus a negative is plus positive. So y plus 3 equals, let's go ahead and distribute that -1/5. So -1/5 x plus 1/5. And now, if you like, you can solve for y to get this equation in that slope-intercept form, which we all like. So I'll subtract 3 from both sides. Y equals -1/5 x plus 1/5, and then minus 3, because I did -3 from both sides. Alright, and now I want to combine these two fractions, but they don't have the same denominator. So what I'm going to do here, just to remind ourselves, I'll put -3, I'll make it a fraction by putting it over 1. Let me rewrite what I've got. -1/5 x plus 1/5. And now what I want to do is rewrite this equation with a denominator of 5. So I'll go ahead and multiply both the top and the bottom, the numerator and denominator, by 5. So I get a 15 in the numerator. Okay, all in all, I've got -1/5 x plus 1/5 minus 15/5. So that gives me -14/5. So there's my equation in slope-intercept form. And again, sorry, this is a typo on these notes, so make sure you cross that out in your version. And I'd like you to just notice the slope is -1/5, and so this is your slope, and your y-intercept is now 0, -14/5.